Chafing Armor Podcast, episode 115. Dream a little dream for me. Welcome back to the Chafing Armor Podcast. I'm your host and amazing, incomparable, and very humble Dungeon Master Michael Corley. And with me tonight is Izzy. Izzy, tell everyone who you will be playing.
Hello, everyone. My name is Izzy, 17, and I'm playing Merezi, 19, who never learned how to read.
Yes, which fortunately is not true for you. Or is it?
Dun,
but
dun.
Also, an accomplished reader is James. James, tell everyone who you will be playing.
Hello, I am James. I am playing Penton Chalice, a spell scale sorcerer who has his girlfriend around and he's like all excited about it and stuff.
No, be cool, man. Just be cool. Come on, man. Don't
pull together, pull together, man.
Here. That's right. You're lucky my girl's here.
Right, bud. Yeah.
And also with us is Dare. Dare, tell us who you'll be.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dare, and I am playing Tix Birchmanson, your larger-than-life gnome cleric.
Absolutely. And last but certainly not least is Riley. Riley, tell us who you will be playing.
Hi, I'm Riley, and I'm playing Athora Greyfield, a fighter tiefling.
Yes. And when we last left our players, they had made their way into the dreams of Prognati, the artificer, in order to bring him out of an enchanted... they had made their way inside, only to find he had been trapped inside a dreamscape version of Maskate. They had gone to rescue him, only to find that he was then being tormented in some way by Casper, the wizard that they had seen in the Penta Plains, who transformed into a creature you now know as a Dream Eater. But y'all, being super awesome, were able to defeat him. And just as you did, various objects fell from the sky, which is kind of weird because you're inside an inn, but that's how dreams work, and fell on top of him. And now, like a little bit of loose change falls down. Just a few other like random objects that you might find in a room, just kind of like boom, bing, boom, just fall down.
Okay.
Now that he's no longer having whatever was happening to him from Casper, you see the eyes of Prognati.
First and foremost, I go over to Scald and make sure she's okay. Are you okay? Am I shouting? I can't tell.
She goes, "Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. It has been a very long time since I've been out in the field, and I don't even normally have these. I only keep a couple of emergency things with me normally, but I guess my adventuring gear is with me in this dream, and I thought that was something else. I thought that was a snare."
That's okay. You're still adorable.
Yes. She says, "Thank you, and again, everybody, sorry about that."
It's fine, I'm like this normally!
It's true, she does talk like that normally.
While they're flirting, Tix will go up and heal Penton of his wounds.
Okay.
And
Thank
say,
you.
You can never be too careful about these dream things.
It's true. Penton did indicate to y'all, even with his mouth missing, before y'all went in, that there is every likelihood that you are really here. You are not just, projecting your mind into this mindscape, and if you die here, you may very well die for real. So...
If you die in the Matrix, you die in real life.
There you go.
I don't actually know if that's true.
And so
it is.
Penton gets 14 points of healing.
Oh, that
Excellent.
puts me back up to full happiness.
Of which Scald is very, very appreciative of. And that's when y'all all hear a voice for the first time, because you've never heard him talk before. And you hear a voice say, "Excuse me, I do not mean to be rude, but could you perhaps get me down?"
I go get him down.
Y'all see that he... Okay. you see that he literally has ropes that are attached to the wall. He is tied up by rope.
Giant sword. Finally cut it off.
There's a moment when you pull out your two-handed sword, which is, like could chop off a small dragon's head. He goes, whoa, 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 and then shoot, you just, expertly cut. Give me, just for funsies, though, give me a 20-sided die roll and add your bonus to hit.
Just in case you roll a 1.
That's a
Yes.
20, not natural.
Lovely, lovely. Yes, just fing. And there's a moment where he looks at you in wonderment, and then he just, boom, falls to the ground in a heap as you expertly cut through the bindings. And he stands up, rubbing his wrists. And he goes, you seem somewhat different than the others who are sent to torment me.
We're not here to torment you.
We're here to rescue you.
That is what someone who is here to torment me would say, to put me at ease.
We killed the
That's-
ice giant, or demon thing. So it's safe to come back now. We need your help. Please.
You have defeated the ice devil?
The French one, yeah.
I hate that guy.
No more crumpets for him.
Yeah, we weren't big fans either. But yeah, he's been blown back to the 7 hells and
He's being tortured
will bother
right
you no
now.
more.
And he turns and looks at you, and you say that, and he says, how is it that you know this thing?
Oh, I saw a vision while in your head. It wasn't pretty, but I saw it.
Oh, you have come to save me! And then he walks forward with his hands outstretched, and he hugs, just like bear hugs. He's a pretty big guy. He's not like hulking or anything, but he's tall. Pretty large presence. He has these like little tiny spectacles that are perched at the end of his purple nose, and he bear hugs Scald, and he goes, you have come to rescue me. Thank you so much. And she's like, yeah, not so much. It's mostly these guys.
Oh, she certainly did her part. Hello. My name is Penton, and we've come to pull you out of your I'm assuming self-imposed sleep.
Wait. And he adjusts his spectacles, and he leans in close, like uncomfortably close to you, Penton. Like way too close, like a half an inch from your face.
I smile.
And he sniffs you. Again, he is a purple-skinned tiefling.
Mm-hmm.
He has very large, like almost ram's horns, and a little bit older. Not old, but like maybe like in his early 50s. And he looks around you, and he leans in close, and he says, What can you tell me about the staff?
Oh, you know about the staff.
Yes.
Well, we've been trying to get it fixed, and it turns out that half of it was fake.
No! Oh, the fake. Yes. Is my face? It is red. It's a little bit on me. I will tell you the whole thing, but maybe we should get out of this nightmare escape before your psyches are shattered permanently and you are trapped in here forever.
Yeah, okay. Plus, there's a hag would really like to not be here anymore.
Yes, about that. So hags, night hags, they create the hearthstones. They are very hard to create, as they must use several soul larvae. I have not quite found out the exact recipe. Also, I do not have any soul lavas. larvas, and she was not happy with me taking this hearthstone.
I imagine not.
Yes, and she wanted it back. I told her she could make another one, and she was, did not accept this, and so I may have trapped her inside her own hearthstone, making her powerless in here. And then I had to put myself in it, and she has, you know, been tormenting me and inviting some friends to do so. It's not great.
I'm again. I imagine not. Are you able to get yourself out of here?
Absolutely, the spell will end at the end of the 2 years.
No. Oh no, that's not helpful. Or unless the end of 2 years is coming up very soon.
Uh, I've lost concept of time in here, but the fact that we are here would mean that it is not. So I do not know.
Okay.
By the way, y'all know before you went in that it had been about 6 months, so you have about a year and a half, roughly, before the spell would end.
Well, that's not gonna do. Um, is there anything we can do to hasten this along? Literally.
Well, one, we could shatter the stone.
And that wouldn't
That
hurt
would-
you?
I think I would be okay.
See, yeah, if we wake you up and your brain is broken, that's not going to help us much either.
Yes, I am not. I am not in favor of that, of this either. We. Well, here is the thing. I had not actually anticipated another outcome. My supposition was in 2 years' time, either something would happen to get rid of the ice devil. You, great. You guys, great. But I had not anticipated needing to get me out before the 2 years. So, so if we can counteract the spell, then we probably can do something.
Okay.
That would be good.
Did you tell me or write out exactly how you did this so we can kind of pick it apart or, I'm not much with actual written spells personally, but might be able to glean something.
Well, this it is complicated. I encased the hearthstone. The hearthstone is actually a black, almost like a black opal type color. But I encased it in a green energy that I had found from various objects. Actually, I learned some of it from you, Skull, by using the jewelry. That's what gave me the idea. So if we could counteract the casing to it, if we could break the casing without breaking the hearthstone, then that should end the enchantment and send everybody out. That should do it.
Okay.
Thor's got a big sword.
Send everybody. Does that mean that we're stuck in here until we do this?
Yeah, you are definitely stuck in here until we can end the enchantment. Because, yeah.
Okay. So, as far as the casing goes, then, does it need to be magically unraveled, or can we break it with something? Or I don't know how you built it, so you'll have to give us a best guess, at least.
Well, there is a sort of a linchpin to it. This little linchpin. It is a little. Oh, it's a what's the good word? It's a little trap that I put. So the ice devil he tries to do it, and it will spring and get him. But if you can pick the lock, it should not be. I know I've been through this with adventurers many times. I'm sure one of you is a rogue and can pick the lock.
Sound of crickets.
Sound of distant bells. At that exact moment, the sky goes. So y'all have been. It's weird. Like you're inside the inn right now, but at the same time, you are aware of the quote unquote sun above you. That's the Hearthstone. Even it's night inside the inn, you're still aware of that Hearthstone out there. It's just like a presence. The way you're aware of the air around you. And then suddenly it goes dark. And you just hear one after the other shrieking from the various night hags in the dreamscape.
Oh boy. I think somebody might be trying to brute force this on the outside.
You do not know what's going on, but you do know that the Hearthstone is no longer shining in the sky.
I look at Prognetti. Do you know what's happening? Do you feel anything? I mean, I'm assuming you're kind of connected to this thing somehow.
Yeah, he kind of like flexes his fingers. He goes, I don't think that I am holding the Hearthstone anymore.
Ah.
I think that's a problem. That's not good. You did have someone guarding me, right?
Yes. Yes. What on earth is Screams at Weddings doing out there?
Oh man, what could Pig in a Poke be doing? And the door blasts open, and in comes the troll that danced at the festival with the face of the night hag.
How can we
and
forget?
It's got this improbably tight bikini on. Horrifying.
Oh man, this is weird. I had a dream like this once.
Yeah, I mean, we all have.
We're having a dream like this now.
And it comes in and says, Return the Hearthstone.
I'd love to, but we don't know where it is now. Kind of.
Well, we were working on it till you interrupted. Now, go on back to your place, and we'll get back to you with the Hearthstone like we agreed once we free Prognati.
Make a diplomacy check.
Wow. So that's a whole 7.
She picks up a table and she throws it at you, Tix.
That's apropos. Yeah.
But she rolls a 6. So some days I just wonder. I wonder if maybe like I have been cursed. It is a curious thing. So the table smashes, overhead. And she's like jittering now. She just says, Return!
Now, listen, ma'am. Getting all enraged isn't going to help anything. It's only going to slow things down, so if you'll just let us do what we're doing, we're trying to figure this out as best we can.
All right. Would you like to make a diplomacy roll?
I would love to. 25.
Okay. She starts to pick up another table, and she's just like, she throws it down, and she says, "Well, while you are here, is there anything that I can do for all of you?" She kind of shakes the troll's body in the horrifying bikini a little bit.
Anybody want to take that one?
Marezi opens her mouth and raises a finger, and then lowers her hand.
There's just a moment where it's like, and she walks out. She storms out, like slams the door open, and just walks out. And all of the other patrons leave the bar of Grindel's Inn. Prognati kind of looks at all of you and he goes, I do not know what to do without a hot stone. And even if I did, we need to, one, get up there, and two, we have to pick Sila.
I make traps. That's kind of like locks.
Oh, well, maybe you could help. Does anyone have any thoughts of how we could get up into the sky?
Well, how far up is this? I mean,
It did look closer than, the sun.
right.
Well,
You could see details of it, so it seemed more like,
you're an
lower than a
artificer.
cloud.
You're an artificer, and we're inside your mind. What have you seen of the gnomes' airships? Can you build one in your mind? Dream it up?
We are now entering a skill challenge.
Ooh.
Ooh, fun.
And I'm going to let y'all take any turn that you want, but each of you needs to contribute something to building a dream airship. And I want to know what you would offer. Take a moment to look through your skills. It could be anything that you want, but you can only use one skill once without a penalty. We will go around. You need to get 5 successes. 3 failures means that you fail the skill challenge, which you do not want to do. At this moment, all of you have a point of inspiration, which you may use at your discretion.
Yes, I do.
Would anyone like to go first?
Sure. What I'd like to do is kind of talk with Prognati about whatever technical aspects he feels like might be involved in such a contraption, and kind of involve my arcana knowledge in that, and kind of work with him to build up that idea.
Okay, so this would be an arcana check.
Okay. 26.
That will succeed.
Okay.
And you begin speaking with him, and your skill is inborn. A lot of things are things that you just know, and then a lot of things are just from all of your travels and people you've talked to and things that you said. And it's not about the detail and machinations of an airship, but it is about the mystical aspects of it, because arcanists, even though they work with machines, they infuse them with magic. And so you begin to talk about how you would pull the items that you might find in Massgate and construct it into an airship. So that is 1 success I can mark for y'all.
Whoop.
Who would like to go next?
Morezi, from like a sort of like a shelf in the like behind the desk at the inn, pulls out a long strip of paper and some charcoal, and she beckons over the Prognati and Tix, and she's like, it was Tix, right?
That was just talking with Prognati?
I was barely listening. I'm sorry.
Okay. It happens.
It's your dedication to the program that really inspires us. No, that was.
Okay, I heard everything besides who was talking.
It was
not.
Penton.
I heard the words, is not what
It was
said.
Penton.
I'm so sorry. Penton.
It's okay.
I knew the moment I said it that I was wrong, but she calls over Prognati and Penton. She calls over Prognati and Penton and begins to use her trap making skills to help with coming up with some schematics, because obviously this is not a trap, but like she knows about how to make a lever how to make a moving arm, how to make a thing that you can pull that triggers another thing, that sort of thing. That is a 22.
That will definitely succeed. And as you say, you may not know about advanced mechanics, but you certainly understand pullers and levies, and giving him someone to bounce ideas off of when it comes to gross mechanics. The actual construction as y'all begin to get things going and the work begins. Where would y'all be getting raw materials from?
Surely there must be a warehouse or something somewhere that has exactly what we need.
Well, there is the docks, and there certainly is a ship-making place.
And lots of canvas.
Mossgate is a very large place, and so
Yes.
For my part of the skill challenge, I have gather information, and so I will be gathering the location of all the different bits and bobs and pieces that Prognati will need to build the gnome airship.
Okay. So both gathering information and your general knowledge of gnome airships, which are they absolutely do exist in this world. They are also extraordinarily rare. You have seen them before, but none of the other characters. Maybe Penton has seen from a distance.
At least read about them or something.
Oh, sure. Many of you may have heard of them, but they are not common in this world. It's not like there's like airstrips and stuff. But occasionally gnomes do succeed in creating them and to travel great distances. So make that roll.
All right, here we go. And that is a 16.
That will do it. So you are able to find areas where there is the raw materials, as you said before, where canvas can be found. And there's also a few places where you can find some, also collaborating with Scald, who knows some of the artificers in town who specialize, because she primarily specializes in jewelry and infusing jewelry with magic. But she does know where some of the more mechanically focused artificers are. And you find the various materials, and construction begins with gusto, and that will bring it to Athora. I know it's tough.
Could I do a strength check in helping carry every heavy item and putting them in the correct place and helping hold things while they're put together?
Well,
that
yes. In basically not just carrying things, but also in the construction. It requires an incredible amount of strength, and you and Merezi are remarkably strong. And to be not to be unkind, but this requires building an airship requires a great deal of strength. So I will allow a strength check for this.
Okay, cool. I don't have anything else. That's an 18.
That succeeds.
Great.
So y'all actually have 4, but we need 1 more success. And Scald is not allowed to participate in this. So I need 1 more of you to step forward and let me know what during this building montage.
Oh, okay.
Can I use the magic rope somehow using my skill use rope? With that?
To put the star at the top of the tree.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I do like the idea, but no.
I get it.
All right. I have concentration, and I will be helping organize and concentrating on the building of the gnome airship and the finishing of all the details, and making sure that everybody knows their place and everything that they're supposed to do.
Okay, that is a little bit of a stretch. However, the whole point is to use your various skills, so I will allow it.
As someone who is a leader of a production committee at my school, that is a skill.
Staying focused, yes.
Well,
And telling other people what to do is a skill.
yeah.
Truth.
So yes, I'm making a case for that is definitely realistic.
Amen. There we go. All right.
You have +3 in project manager.
I have +4 in concentration, and I scored a whole 8.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
so that is a failure. That is one failure. So you can take the failure and try. One of y'all can try something else.
I will use my
or-
inspiration to re-roll that.
You can do that.
All right. And that is a 16 again.
Huh? A 16 succeeds. By the way, y'all needed at least a 15 to succeed, which will take you to
A little closer
5
than I wanted.
successes. Yeah, it's skinny, chinny chin chin. So I want y'all to imagine the montage music kicking in as you're walking back and forth. You're looking over the plans. The rope. I do like the idea that Athora suggests the rope, and you are using your magic word to cause it. What was did we decide on a magic word?
Yeah.
For the,
It's Klaatu, Barada, Nikto.
Right.
That's
Right.
right. That's right. It actually is quite useful because you could use it. You're building an airship. This is a relatively small airship because y'all don't need a massive airship. You're just trying to get up. And time is kind of funny here, as things are in dreams. Like you know that it might take you weeks to build something like this, and yet it kind of seems more like hours to you.
Or at least 4 minutes. 4 minutes of a song.
That's right. Dun, 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 dun. A very our elderly listeners such as myself will get that reference.
Because we are the 18.
That's right. You are the 18, exactly. And it's finally done, and the last thing Prognatic says is this: there's only one very important thing: is what are we going to call her? What should be the name of this airship?
Sky poker.
And he pulls out a bottle of champagne and smashes it against the hull, and he goes, "I dub Z Sky Poker!" and it begins to and floats up a few inches off the ground, and just at that moment, the sky lights up again, and he goes, "Oh, I think that the Hearthstone is in my hands.
Oh,
Let's go quickly.
Good
Let's
timing.
go. Everyone in. It's a little cramped inside. It's basically just a little bit bigger, maybe like the size of a van in the hold area in the middle.
It's a minivan.
if the airship's rocking, don't bother knocking.
There you go. It does have a beautiful scene spray painted on the side. If anyone wants to tell me what that scene is, I would love to hear it.
I mean, definitely a unicorn, but with a hack space.
There you go. That's perfect.
Get drawn.
And in neon, it says Sky Poker.
Sky poker. Yeah.
I don't even know her.
Heyo.
But it lifts up into the air, and it is functioning, and he's working the controls, and it's very jittery and stuttery because just because you could build an airship doesn't mean you can fly it. And he's actually relying on you, Tix. In fact, Tix, I would like you to make a roll for me. This would be just a knowledge roll.
Okay.
Just kind of, and you're basically just adding your wisdom bonus to it because you don't know how to fly an airship, but you know the stories of your people.
All right.
So roll to see if we crash in a fiery death.
That is correct.
And that is a 20, non-natural.
A 20, and you listened very carefully to those stories because, as we know, Tix has a great love of ships, and so in addition to the sailing kind, you listen to the stories, and you know about pitch and yaw, and it rises up into the air. It's weird because it feels like it should be getting hotter and hotter as you get closer up to this quote-unquote sun. But of course it doesn't because it's a stone. And it literally just looks like a giant stone. It doesn't look like it's glowing, but it just looks like y'all are tiny and it's really, really big. and you can see on the side of it is this kind of like it's like a the color, it's iridescent, like a shell has been put on the side, and there's like a clasp on it, just like the kind you might put on the back of a woman's necklace. And he goes, well, that is it there. Morezi, do you think you can assist me in disarming this?
Yeah. I can try.
Okay.
Don't do it with your halberd. Please don't do it with your halberd.
I need you to use your halberd.
Long reach.
As y'all do float up and up and up and up and up, and you the top of the airship kind of boom bumps against the hearthstone, and he angles it slightly so that y'all are now even with this weird clasp. And I would like you to make a trap make.
Right. 50.
That will do it.
Ooh.
And I prefer to think that you do use your halberd, and that you.
Rezi's not risking leading her whole giant orc weight out of the ship.
Mm-hmm. And what you can see is that it's a very simple counterweight. That's why you are able to disarm this, because it's not a traditional trap like a little spring that's going to poke out and stab you. It's just if you don't release the counterweight first, then it will collapse in on itself and trigger something else. You don't know what that thing is. He hasn't told you, but you're able to just kind of clink. It pops open, and as it does, there's like a sound, and the outer shell of it cracks open like an egg. And the funny thing is that, like, you're out here floating in whatever nether space this is, the bottom just drops to the ground, and y'all see it, like, crash down into Mascate, killing several of the hag people down below, as this thing, that's as large as, nearly like a football field, just falls and crashes down below.
Oops.
And then the top, like, kind of spins slowly, and the other half falls. And now it is just a coal black, opal pearl type thing, and it beats and flashes. Suddenly, you all find yourself standing in Prognatty's bedroom. And he sits up. He does not have a hole in his chest any longer. And he makes a little sound. And goes, I have the worst dry mouth that you can possibly imagine. Someone possibly...
I've got a water skin.
I've got a water skin. It's got grog in it. Is that good?
That would be delightful. That is when the night hag attacks. And that's where we'll end! Chafing Armor, episode 115.
No.
Very fun, everybody. I wanted to do something.
150.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I wanted to do something different, and I just kind of wanted to see what y'all do with this. I thought y'all did a really good job.
Well, that was
Thanks.
fun.
That was good.
I like to think that from this day forward, every time he dreams, he's just going to see the airship just kind of puttering around. Like, no matter what the dream is, he's flying on a dragon. He's, walking through Mascate.
Teeth falling out.
Yes, his teeth are falling out, and he looks down, and the teeth are falling into the top of the airship.
So it looks like he had a hole in his heart that could only be filled by us.
But if people have heard this for the first time, but they're like, hey, I'd like to find out more about this weird Chafing Armor show that I like, where would they go to do that?
The internet.
Chafingarmor.com.
That is correct. Chafingarmor.com. Lee's been working and updating the website. There's some cool stuff on there. There's some backstory, all kinds of neat stuff, and of course the wonderful art that we now have for all the characters. So you can check that all out on chafingarmor.com. Thank you all for playing.
Thank you for
Thank
not
you.
killing
Killing
us.
Thank you all
us.
for listening.
Y'all have a wonderful evening, and we will roll with you